welcome to another edition of Long Beach Treasures. I'm your host, Harvey Keller. Today we're going to go through the newly renovated police department, and Officer Shermer is going to take us through and tell us all about your new headquarters. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Let's go in and get started.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's go. Wow, this is different.
Yes, it's quite a bit different. We have a much larger lobby, more windows for the public to ask questions and do all their police business when they come into the lobby. So you can see it's much more comfortable, the seating arrangements, brighter.
It's not as intimidating.
It's not. In fact, that's something that the chief wanted to make sure, is that we had something that was open, less intimidating, and something easier for the public to use.
I'm impressed so far. Where are we going next?
We're going to go up to where some of the detectives are doing their jobs.
All right. You know, this little lobby almost looks like a hospital lobby.
Yes, this one's fairly plain, but this is the area where we also have the women's jail housed here on the 4th floor. On the 6th floor, we have the men's jail, and that whole floor is a jail. Just a portion of this floor is a jail. And
do you have any idea how many women you normally have in jail?
I don't know how many women we normally have in jail. I can get that number for you.
That's not necessary. I was just curious.
Yeah. And then we'll move into here where some of our detectives are housed. Particularly, we have our domestic violence, child abuse, and our sex crimes detail.
Oh, I was waiting for you to use a card or something for entry.
That's for definitely the areas where the public has no availability to go into. We have the card readers.
Now, all the asbestos in the whole building has been removed?
Yes, in the entire building, and that's what's taken some of the time of the retrofit, along with the seismic retrofitting of the building.
And the area we're in right now is?
This is domestic violence.
Oh, okay. Where did the money come from for doing the renovations?
Both through bonds as well as a federal grant.
Okay. So it really wasn't out of city funds?
No, it wasn't.
Which way are we going?
We'll just wrap around.
Wrap around this way? Got enough files up here.
Yeah, quite a few, and detectives have quite a bit of paperwork that they have to work on. And as you can see, it essentially looks more like an office building in this area, and that's essentially what detectives do, is they're investigating crimes and running through paperwork as well as interviewing the suspects and victims of crimes.
This is just really a neat, clean area now.
It is much cleaner and neater than the prior building, or the building prior to its renovation. It's, again, a much nicer environment for not only our employees, but as well as the people that come in here and visit us.
And we're going someplace.
Yeah, we're going to go to the stairs, and we'll go down the stairs to the 3rd floor. We can actually get on the elevator and come out if you wanted to do that.
Now where are we headed?
We're headed down to our 3rd floor, where the majority of our administration is housed. All our chiefs are on this floor, as well as the actual chief of police.
And we're going...
Yeah, we'll go down this hallway and walk down here. Again, as you brought up, it's very clean. We have energy-efficient lighting. You had mentioned that the outside as well looks quite a bit different. We also have energy-efficient panes of glass that are on the outside as well. So in addition to just being aesthetically pleasing, it's also much more energy efficient.
This carpet's comfortable to walk on.
It is much better than the torn up carpet and some of the hard flooring that was underneath that.
As I go by, I notice all these familiar names on the doors.
Yes, all our administration is housed on here, and they're names that are quite a bit known throughout the community.
Well, it just keeps going.
Yes. We do have some detectives housed on this floor. As you can see here, we have our identity theft, forgery, fraud, computer crimes, and we have some computer labs here as well. we can go in there and take a look.
All right. This just looks like an office building now.
It does. And again, it's a much nicer environment for our employees to be working in, as well as the victims that have to come in here and discuss things with our detectives, et cetera, and anybody else that would be visiting the police department.
And it's so quiet.
It tends to be fairly quiet in here. People working, again, detectives also have to go out in the field, so oftentimes you'll find that detectives maybe aren't at their desks, but out investigating the crimes.
Hmm. Conference room?
Yes, we have quite a few conference rooms throughout the department. Some of them very state-of-the-art. As you saw here, our lights came on when we came in, so they're motion detectors, again, hoping to save as much energy as we can. We don't keep the lights on when we're not using the rooms.
Now, as you look across at the courthouse, you can see the difference.
Yes, it's, again, quite a bit different. Our shell of the building looked like that prior to the retrofit, and had those kind of slate blue panes as well as the older glass, and I think we're much nicer looking now than we were.
Now, you were out, what, a year?
We were out actually almost 2 years. From 2002 through 2004, we started moving some personnel back at the end of 2004, and everybody's been completely transferred back into here.
How did you like it at the Edison building?
You know, there was, again, it's an older building, so there was quite a bit of space there, but it was a much older building, and probably didn't work out as well. And again, we were away from the courthouse, we were away from the jails, so we had quite a bit of trips going back and forth. So it's much nicer to be housed here, where we have the suspects that are in the jail here, where we can interview them. We have the courthouse right across the street, or right across the parking lot, where our detectives can testify as well.
Do you still have the tunnel that goes underneath into the courthouse?
We do, yes.
Okay, and now where?
We can walk around and head towards the chief's office, and we'll take a look at the chief's office. We'll just wrap around here.
A lot of cubicles.
Yes. Again, we have quite a few detectives, so we need as many cubicles as possible for the detectives to work. They obviously all need a desk and all need computers to work on, and you saw the file cabinets, and those are all the things that we need to be working.
Even modern art on the walls.
Yeah, a little bit of art on the wall. This floor also houses our fiscal division and those details as well.
Did we just make a circle?
Yes, we did.
Oh, because I was going to say this looks familiar.
So we're back in the main area of this floor, in the main lobby, and then we'll walk back towards the chief's office here.
You ever get lost up here?
Yeah. Well, fortunately, everything's pretty much at right angles, so it helps to find your way around.
First police chief?
I believe he is one of the first police chiefs. He's a captain, actually.
And I think that was the first police woman on the force.
That was.
Well, this says Office of the Chief of Police. This must be it.
This is it. So we'll come on in, and we'll see where the secretary is, and then we'll head into
Big office.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I notice you have a lot of the old pictures from your museum, I believe, on the walls.
Yes, from our historical society, and it gives it a nicer look up here in the office.
Wow, it pays to be cheap, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, he meets with quite a few people, everywhere from very high up in the political realm to just, you know, us police officers and other community members that come in here. But he has a very nice office, and he needs quite a bit of tools here to help him run the police department, from his computer to phones to his television that can have downlinks from the helicopter, so he can see something live action while it's occurring.
Now, as people come in, does he use the director's chair there to give directions?
I have never seen the chief use his director's chair to give directions. He's very approachable and has a very good open door policy, and he's more than happy to talk to anybody that works here or anybody in the community.
It's a beautiful office, spacious, well appointed.
It is very nice, and you can see a little bit about his personality as well, and how organized and he is, and obviously clean and neat.
Too bad the view doesn't face the ocean, huh?
Well,
That's
I
only
suppose
drawback.
there could be a better view, but you know, it faces the community here, and actually on the other side he'd probably be facing the courthouse, so
that's true.
He probably has a little bit better view out these windows.
Well, I'm quite impressed with the building. It really looks so much different and so much nicer, and it has more of a, I don't know, a homey feel than the old building did.
Absolutely. It's just a much better environment for us to be, and it's a better working environment. So.
Well, I'm sure you're all happy to be back at home too, aren't you?
Absolutely. This is home, and you know, being in a temporary building just isn't the same. And this 400 West Public Safety Building is really home for the police department.
And where's your office?
My offices are actually off-site at a business building that's actually kitty corner across the street to this building, so we're not too far either.
And your main job is public?
I'm one of the public information officers for the department, so we handle all the media relations.
That ought to keep you busy.
Yes, it does.
All right, I think we're going to go down and check out the new Segways that you have.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, are the elevators are new too?
The elevators are all completely redone, which is a big improvement for us here in the building. Our old elevators oftentimes would stop between floors, wouldn't run at all. Oftentimes you'd have to just take the stairs because the elevators just weren't working.
Hey, good exercise.
Absolutely.
Keeps you in shape.
Yes.
All right. I understand that the police department got some new Segways.
Yes, they have, and you can see them riding right by here. We have a couple of our
here
officers.
they are.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk to them.
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Now, do you fight over these?
No, actually we have enough to go around right now. Here in South Division we have 4 that are assigned actually to our division, and East Division has 2 that are assigned to them right now.
Now, are these going to take the place of the bicycles?
No, it's just a way to supplement some of our patrol strategies we have down here. Just add a little bit more to it, something a little different to help us out. Bicycles are really versatile also. They can go a couple places where the Segway can't, but the Segway's a real good way to kind of supplement your walking beats down here, and also patrol certain areas where there's a lot of people, where congestion is a problem. They can kind of move around the people and the congestion down here, and we just thought we'd give them a try. It seems like a good deal for it.
Where are you going to use these mostly?
Probably around City Hall, Lincoln Park area, maybe Pine Avenue. We're looking at that right now. Convention Center, also around the aquarium, and possibly down by the Long Beach Arena on special events down there.
Are they fun?
Oh yeah, they're
Lots of fun. Lots of fun.
More fun than a bicycle?
Just new fun. It's
Is
new
it?
bicycle.
yeah. Bikes are still fun, but these are a lot of fun.
Do you get to take them home at night?
No.
No, we don't get to ride them home like motors, but what we have to do is plug them in so they get to charge overnight.
What's your policy on these?
Just be careful.
Is that it?
Wear a helmet, obey all the regular laws. They have the same type of laws regarding the Segway as you do for like a electric wheelchair or a Rascal, so you're permitted to ride them on the sidewalk down here.
I thought that these were excluded from the helmet law.
Well, they are, but we like to try to set a good example for the public by wearing helmets. And with Segway Company, during their training videos, they show all the individuals riding a helmet. We just think it's a good practice. Preventive medicine's always good.
What's been the public reaction when they see you coming on a Segway?
I think they like it.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they want to ride it.
I would think that it would be a curiosity factor, and it would
Yes.
give you more of an open dialogue with people just because of the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah, we find it's a good public relations tool. I was riding on Pine Avenue one day, and we've had some people from out of town there from Australia, and they're just wondering, oh, you guys get to ride those? That's great, mate. Here, let me take your picture with you. Yeah, so I had a couple guys from Australia want to take our picture. So it's interesting, you know. It really is. It's a good PR tool. It makes you really approachable to the public, and I think the benefits of it will show in the long run.
Now, will these be ridden during the daylight hours?
Yeah, daylight and night. They're also, as you can see, equipped with some lights and some night riding equipment. We're going to probably do a little modifications to them so we can bring them up for like we would for a police bike, you know.
Are you going to have an emblem or something so that'll be identifiable as
yeah,
a... Yes.
What we eventually we'll have like we'd like it, like you see this gentleman has a black pack, you know, a black pack on the front.
Barry, you want to come on over?
Come on over here, Barry. We'd like to get like a black pack like this, and then like you see our patches like this. We'd like to get the patch up in front, Long Beach Police Department, and then also police in front. Then we're going to put some new stickers on them too, like we do our bike that say police on them, so you'll be able to identify these as actually a police vehicle.
And this is Barry Fulton, and you have the Segway
dealership. It's located down at the Pike at Rainbow Harbor. So so you don't have to be a police officer to enjoy a Segway. You can come down for a rental or a narrated guided tour, or purchase a Segway.
When you have your guided tours, are those with someone or
it is
self-guided?
No, it's chaperoned with a guide. It's a historical content. It's been narrated by Janet Evans, the
swimmer,
local gold medal swimmer, and it's downloaded to an iPod. So as you're out on the hour and 45-minute tour, you're actually listening to the historical content of how the Queen Mary got here and how the Rainbow Harbor was developed, and it goes down towards the Belmont Pier. So but a lot of historical content.
Okay, now these guys are pros already. They know what they're doing. Explain to me what a Segway is and how it operates.
Well, the first thing you need to know about a Segway is it will balance you, as you can tell. It's gyroscopic technology. It is self-balancing, and you really just have to believe in the machine. We train our people before they go out on a tour or a rental approximately 15 minutes, along with a safety video, and we make sure that they are safe to go out in pedestrian crowds, and they understand the Segway etiquette, as we call it. So as they're coming up on pedestrians, they're polite and courteous, and they slow down. And
what makes them move?
It's perpetual motion. As you lean backwards, you go backwards. As you lean forward, you go forward.
And how do you turn?
A little turning mechanism. It's the only device that can actually turn in its entire footprint, just like a human being. It's so intuitive. That's why the state legislature in 46 states and the city of Long Beach recognizes you as a pedestrian, so you are allowed on the sidewalks, bike paths, boardwalks.
Are these allowed on the street?
They are not street legal. You would have to be like a pedestrian in a crosswalk, and you know, they don't have directional signals or brake lights, and they're made to be a pedestrian vehicle.
Now, how fast do they go?
You can go up to 12.5 miles an hour. There's limited by 3 different keys: 6 miles an hour, 8.5 miles, or 12.5 miles.
What speed do you normally travel at?
Oh, 12.5 miles an hour, of course.
Yeah. Full speed ahead, huh?
Full speed.
They
we like full speed.
They can track anybody down.
Yeah.
That's as fast as somebody can sprint,
So
generally.
you said you have 3 keys to turn this on?
As you can see, here's a black key. That's the starter key. So that's.
Oh, that's an odd-looking key.
Yeah, they're all like, it's just a magnetic key. And what it does is
I've never seen one.
Here it is. There's no twisting. You just touch the key actually to the keypad right here, and that's how you turn the vehicle on.
And how do you turn it off? By just getting off?
You get off and you push this button, and it shuts down all the electrical systems, and it just automatically stops. And then at that time, you can. There's a little kickstand for it, as you can see right here. You just kick the kickstand off to the side, and then you're all set, ready to walk away from it.
And these are compatible with pedestrians?
Oh, so far we haven't had any problems down here. It's exactly as he stated earlier. You just got to watch, be careful, just go slow along the pedestrian traffic. Don't zip down the street, you know, and just be a good neighbor as you're going down there. You don't want to mow people over with this thing, because it does weigh 83 pounds, along with your weight would be quite an impact. So you want to try to avoid that at all costs.
Does it have a horn so that when you get up behind somebody, you can
No, we do have a nice little bell, though.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to buy an ice cream? Nutty Buddy? Bomb Pop?
Is that what you carry in the bag?
No, not yet. No, we haven't done that yet. So.
Now, you said yours was the first concept store for Segway?
Yes, it is. The corporation Segway LLC out of Bedford, New Hampshire came out and helped design the store, and that's kind of set the bar for what all new dealerships will look like in the future.
Huh. I think this is interesting. I think it would be fun. I would think that you guys everybody would want to be on the squad that gets to ride the Segways.
Well, you know what it is. We've had a lot of people fighting over the keys inside the station right now, and it did take some training. We had a selected individuals that are riding it. Basically, the bike personnel right at this time. We've trained some community policing officers in the South Division and also in East Division also that are been trained to ride Segways. And actually this afternoon I'm training one of the special events sergeants on it, so they can use it for some special events down here.
These would be great on parades, wouldn't they?
Oh, parades, during the Grand Prix, we're looking at that, concerts, patrol parking lots and things like that. It's just a different way of helping to supplement like a walking beat. So people, if they have to walk all day, if they're doing a special event, it takes some of that load away from them. It allows them to, you know, get off their feet a little bit more so they're not walking and travel between point A and point B, you know, in a safe, quick manner.
And they're kept here at the station at night?
That is true, yes. We have a storage room in back. We just plug them in at night, let them charge, and then they're ready to go the next day.
Now, are these on the street every day, 24/7?
Not 24/7 right now. We use them right now. Yeah, I mean, we use them right now. We're slowly implementing them into our downtown area, like for our entertainment zone between the Pine Avenue and the Pike area. And probably this weekend will be the first time we actually put them out. We're still trying to put together our routes and everything that our patrol areas that we're gonna use these for, and the functions that we're gonna use them for. So you'll start seeing more of them around at night and during the day.
How are these on hills, like going down Pine Avenue on a steep hill?
Well, you know, they're not bad. Well, they're self-riding, so no matter what you do, if you go forward too fast, they automatically stand up straight. And it just like, yeah, you just lean back a little bit, it slows you down. Yeah, that's how you stop. As you know, there's no brakes on the Segway. All the way that you stop is just, if you're going forward, you just lean back and it stops that way. So you have to, exactly, you have to trust the balancing technology, and hopefully it works. So far it has worked, so we've been fortunate. We haven't had any, you know, we've had some little accidents, but that's rider error.
Well, you know, this is great. I'm glad you stopped by and let us see what the newest mode of transportation for the police department is, and I envy you.
No, thank you. Well, it's such a nice day out. It's a good day to be out on a Segway, so I think we're going to enjoy it for a while.
Yes, we are.
And thanks for stopping by and telling us about your place down on the Pike.
Certainly, and I think it's a good example that the city of Long Beach is always on the leading edge.
The city is on the leading edge. Always.
Always.
We try to be.
Thanks to our good mayor.
That's correct.
And thanks for taking me on a tour of the police station. I enjoyed it.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out here.
They did a fantastic job.
They did. We're very happy to be in.
So, thanks.
Thank you.
And that's our show for this time. Be sure and join us next time as we take another walk through history and uncover more Long Beach treasures.